one of the strangest things in manifesting is when it starts showing in your life with like teeny tiny steps more and more frequently. Like literally just few days ago, I had one day when I was still living in my current 3D life in the present moment, surrounded by all my present surroundings, but at the same time I was already living as this future me, this future version of myself that I have been cultivating in my mind for the past few months. It was incredible, of course, but strangely perhaps also quite scary and uncomfortable. Like all these changes that now started manifesting, that started slowly soaking through my 3D world, were quite recently actually pretty big and scary for me. Like I had to work on my limiting beliefs a lot. I had to learn to allow them into my life with ease and open heart. I had to work on my mindset, etc. It all helped massively, of course, but there was still this lingering feeling in me that it is still felt a bit scary. The old mindset is not completely weeded out. It's a work in progress. But regardless of that quiet fear at the back of my mind, I kept acting on those changes. I did not back off. I did not take advantage of my excuses. I faced them as this new version of myself with open heart, with gratitude and confidence. So the first thing I did on that day was to join the gym. That was the first thing I did that morning. And it was a big deal to me. I've never been a gym member before. And at the ripe age of 41, I was finally ready to change that. And I had many limiting beliefs around it, like, why should I pay for something if I can do it for free at home? Or if I won't be going certain amount of times, my money will be wasted, or I will be the weakest one there and everyone will be laughing at me, that kind of thing. On top of that, there was a famous not being the right time, as always, just piles and piles of limiting beliefs. But despite all of that, I kept on going through the next and the next steps of signing up process until I've reached the end. So this was something that I've been fighting for quite a while, and now I finally did it. Right after I did that, we decided to finally buy wooden Venetian blinds for the whole house. Due to unusual size of our windows, it's been a subject from hell for the past year or more, and we did try find the right ones for a while and then give it like a 6-month break, and now the moment we got back on it, we bought them just right away, just like that. And then right after that, I booked a nail appointment, despite the fact the remainings of my old self were screaming like, no, you just had your hair done like 10 days ago and you'd go bankrupt. But my new self knew that I wouldn't go bankrupt, and she did go ahead and booked the nails, and she did that with gratitude, and that's important. You gotta spend your money with joy and gratitude, otherwise it will not work. If you're gonna spend it from a place of fear, you might as well just keep it and not spend it. Better save it or invest it than spend it in fear. But when you do circulate your money joyously, you let the universe know. See how much I appreciate your gifts, your beautiful gifts of money. Do you see why I want more of it? And this is another thing I do these days. Whenever I spend my money, I do it with joy and with gratitude. I did that when I paid for the gym membership and when I purchased the wooden blinds. I did that when I booked my nail appointment, and also when I booked a fun day out in London for this half term. That was the fourth new me purchase that I did that day. And I was meant to go to London to collect my passport, so I thought I might as well make a day out of it. It was meant to be a beautiful, sunny, wind-free day that day, and I thought, why not buy a Thames River cruise for the whole family? And it's something I always wanted to do, but for some reason, the old me believed it was something overpriced and not within my comfort price range, without even checking if it was true or not. So yeah, it was a belief that was simply born in my head, and it had nothing to do with the reality. Yet still, I did choose to keep this belief in my life. But this time, I chose to think differently. I decided to believe that I am a woman who can afford this kind of treat without the blink of an eye. And I decided to feel immense gratitude for that. And with that mindset, I went online and found an amazing cruise deal costing very little. And what I did, I purchased it with joy and gratitude. And then I thanked the universe for spoiling me with this gift of a great deal and lower price. That's another thing to remember. You don't have to spend fortune or go crazy with spending to show the universe how much you appreciate the gift of money. Coming across good deals that equal the money you're happy to spend is also a gift from the universe. I paid $29.80 for the cruise, and I felt happy that I get to experience something fun and new at a really good price. I do love a deal, I do appreciate a bargain, and I made sure to acknowledge it, to let the universe know. And it really worked. My whole family had an incredible time on the boat, and that cruise was spectacular, better than expected, with sun just gently kissing our faces, and there was no annoying wind to bother us, which is very unusual on the River Thames. But the final thing I did on that day when I stepped into my higher self was that I epilated my legs during my bath time. Despite them not being completely hairy at all. Yes, because the best version of myself loves having smoothly shaped legs at all times. That is her little luxury that my current self really enjoys but doesn't indulge in too often. So my best version of myself stepped in and did it for me. And it felt really good, it felt right. I felt really looked after by myself, really self-respected for some reason. Maybe it's something that not everyone will understand, but it was something meaningful and important to me. that I did something just for myself, despite not having my legs out yet. I was aware of this little sliver of luxury in the form of smooth, silky skin underneath my trousers. It was a small, perhaps silly token, but it felt really meaningful, and it also felt good knowing I am already doing what I envisioned myself to be doing. I am already living my best life of my higher self. Even if it's just small bits and pieces, it will eventually keep on growing onto something much bigger. And inevitably, it will spread onto all areas of my life. So, to sum it up, accept small bits of your highest self into your life right now, despite the fear and despite the doubt. That way, you show the universe that you're open to receive more abundance. Second of all, spend all your money with joy and gratitude, and thank the universe for any good deals or discounts that it places along your way. And thirdly, small actions can have big impact. It might seem small and silly, but if it feels meaningful to you, like my shaved legs did to me, then it's highly likely something worth doing, something that will have a bigger impact on your growth. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end, and I will see you soon in my next video. Kisses, ciao!